Hello and welcome back to a Kooky corner of YouTube, where today I'm going to show you a few of the art supplies that I have been enjoying over the past month. I mean, we're nearly at the end of January. What's going on? I don't believe it. Anyway, so I thought I would take you through some of the things that I've been enjoying working with art-wise in my sketchbooks for the month of January. So the first thing is my Kohinoor Analinki dye-based, well, I don't know, they're watercolors. It's a dye-based, so it's not watercolor specifically. But I have been loving working with these. I've been working on both my sketchbook work and my Burbfest pieces with these because they're just so easy to use, vibrant. What can I say? I love them. So you'll see they're fairly well used. This one has 8 different sections. Now, the thing to remember with these is they're not always the colour you think they are when you go into them. So you have to kind of swatch them out first. But I love them. Absolutely enjoying working with these. Some of these look really dull colours, but I promise you they're not. They're really very, very vibrant. But as I say, do a swatch of them first, and they go from like the white, yellow, oranges down to the blacks and browns. It's easy to carry around. It's very portable. I like to take this out with me when I go out. Easy to slap together. If you only want to take a couple of them, just take a couple of them. You know, pick and choose. This is the big set of 8. I think you can get a set of 6 slices or 4 slices. But this one I just take because I can pick and choose. So this is brilliant. Let me just show you some of the like vibrancies you can get in this little pad here. So these are some of the blues. This one was like a warm palette that I've just gone into with an ink pen. They're so vibrant, great for using in sketchbooks. I'm not sure of the light fastness of these. Pretty sure they're not, you know, like they're not your artist quality, but for working in sketchbooks, which I have been doing recently, they have been absolutely fabulous and I am loving them. And the next thing I want to mention to you is something that I've used on this page, so I might as well bring that in straight away. And this is my Pentel Pocket ink brush, brush pen. So it's kind of like a very fine pointy brush. You can get lots and lots of different line widths with it. So look, you can be really, really fine, or you can go in and be really heavy. It's great for mark making and enjoying using that at the minute. This is my second one. I got another one in my inky pencil case, which is this one here. But because I'm using these a lot, I'm using them so much, so I've got myself 2. I've got myself a different coloured one so that I could differentiate between the older one and the newer one. They are refillable. So you can get these, which are the refills for these. You know, they just sort of pop in and out like a cartridge pen would do. So they're very, very handy, very useful to have. The black one I've had for about 5 years, easily. And it's still beautiful. Look, still pristine and lovely. But I just needed 2 because I need one to keep in my travel kit and one to keep at my desk, if you know what I mean. So that is another thing that I am enjoying, and I will move along now. So the second and third things I am enjoying, no, I'm not keeping count really. First thing, because they're the easiest to grab hold of, are these Gelatos. I have been loving doing the backgrounds on my Burbfest with these. They're just so nice to use. You can see I think I've got about 36 of these in total. I had 3 different sets that I've had on my shelf for a while. These are the oldest ones, the ones that you can't see through. Hankering after the translucent set and the iridescent set. just because. So I've stuck them down in my, you know, your Amazon wish list. You always put things on there that you want to go back to, or stuck some in there for later purchase. Yeah, I don't know why I've got them all out, but I thought I'd just show you in my little sketchy bookie. So let's go into this one here. So these are all the blues and things that I've been working with. So you kind of, they're very smooth. It's like a lipstick, but you can kind of blend them in. You can also water these down. They are aquarelle, so you can add in water to make them even smoother. But I am loving them. This is a really nice, beautiful dark purple. Add in mark making with them, smudge it out, or add water. I don't tend to add water on this page as much because this is one of those art creations books, and although it does take water to a certain degree, I'm not going to chance it too much. But then you can kind of add in, look at this, it's so pretty, and the colours are really nice and vibrant as well. There are different sets. There's usually 12 to a set, and I can't remember the sets I got. This was the original set I had of 12, and the sets also come with, if I can find it, they come with like a brush, so like a wedgie brush so that you can wet them. And they also come with two different kinds of wedges. So you've got like a soft wedge, and this is a harder wedge, so you can blend things out. I tend to use my finger more often than not because, yeah, that's me. So that's those. Out of the bag as well, while we've got the bag, I am enjoying using these paint markers that I got from my Artful box. I have got a load of what do you call it? Posca pens, loads of them. But I kind of want to take these around with me in this sack and carry it into the house easier, so I can take it from the studio into the house. With my Poscas, I've got a load of them, and they're all in a big box, kind of lying horizontally. This is very portable, and because I've been able to stick these in there as well, this is kind of something that I grab as I go into the house of an evening if I want to do a little bit of work in my sketchbooks. So, very nice paint markers. I'm not sure they're as good as a Posca. I definitely wouldn't go that far, but they are certainly suitable and wonderful for working in sketchbooks with. So just a little example of using the Gelatos on a piece. That was one of my Burbfest pieces, and it's just got a gelato background. It's not transferring off again now that it's dried off, and it's just great to blend out backgrounds, and because it's fairly translucent, it doesn't interfere too much with what's underneath it. So these little stars, for example, I'd already painted in. I just worked over them, and they may change the colour slightly, but I'm quite liking that effect anyway. So yeah, working really well on those. These two, I've had these on my desk constantly whilst I've been doing Burbfest. Watercolor palettes. Different because this is kind of like my mainstay watercolor palette that I use when I'm at my desk. Microphone's going weird, sorry about that. So this is a whole mix of Daniel Smith, Schmincke. I think there's even a few Mission Golds in there as well. But absolutely still loving this, still working with it. It's very well used. So watercolor. This palette started out, she said when she can get into it, as my, I don't know if you've ever had some of those Prima watercolor sets. They kind of came in sets, so you've got complexion and tropicals and decadent pies. Those are the classics. I popped them all into here because I just got bored with using the small the small palettes and trying to find which ones I needed. So I just slapped them all in this big palette here. But I've added in a few others as well. So this is a Rosa watercolor in the coral 756. I've got a Schminke Tundra Rose in there, which I'm enjoying, and a Schminke Naples Yellow Reddish. So I have added a few into here. Sorry, I still can't get rid of this cough, the stupid cough. It just won't go away. So I have to keep pausing in order to clear my chest. I'm so sorry. And I'm still sniffing again. Yeah, sorry about that. So yes, those have been very, very well used on my desk at the moment. Next! These are next. These are the Ecoline brush pens. I think these were in a smaller box. The dual-ended ones. Kind of think they were in the duo tip ones. They've kind of got a bullet tip at one side and a wedgy tip at the other side. So those are the kind of odd ones out of my selection here. The rest are all the brush pens like that. Been using those a lot in conjunction with another thing that I've been using that I'll show you in a minute. But they're great. You can water these down. Not on certain papers. Certain papers don't work very well with these. I would say a watercolor paper will work well with these, or maybe even a mixed media. But I'll go and get the other thing that goes along with these that I've been working with as well, and you can have a look at those too. So this is what I've been working with those Ecoline pens. And it's the Ecoline inks, which also, if you've got the right colour, you can refill the pens with. Very handy. So I've got 6 of those here. I'm going to get some more of those for the refills. Along with those, these are also another watercolour ink, which is the PBO Colorex. They come in lots of different colours. I've got quite a few of those. And I've got another set on the way as well. I'm loving them. They're really beautiful, very vibrant colours. Also, along with the Dr. P.H. Martin's Radiant Concentrated watercolours. I've got quite a few of those. And distress stains. So we've got quite a few things in this box. I'm trying to keep this into my watercolory inky box. I've got a few of these acrylic dabbers that I need to take out and put somewhere else. But that will be done when the new versions of these, well, new other ones of these come, so that I've got space to put them in this box. Keep them all in a box just in case of accident. You never know. Put them over there with my inky pens. The one thing I will say about those, the Radiant watercolours, the Ecoline inks, either form, pen or ink, and the Colorex, not particularly light fast. They are not particularly light fast. You can get a fixative, a spray fixative, a PBO one, which will help. It's a UV protector that goes over the top. So that I'm going to get in the future, but for the moment I'm working in sketchbooks, so it doesn't really matter too much to me. Next thing I'm enjoying, this is at the side of my desk, it's my set of Caran d'Ache Neocolor 2 Aquarelle, I don't know if they're pastels, they're not particularly pastels, but yeah, wax pastels. So These are water soluble, but I've been using these for details in my Burbfest pieces, and they are working a treat. So they're right next to my desk. I have got a set of Neocolor wands as well, which are great. They are not water soluble, but are great for adding detail in as well. But I just keep these there because they do both jobs. I can add water or not, depending on what I need. Another thing I've got is some of these Papermate Ink Joy. These are mini candy pop ones. I can't even remember where I picked these up from, but I thought, you know what, I've got to have some of those. I've got a load of Ink Joy pens, use them a lot. These were so fun. Kind of think it was a supermarket I picked them up from, thinking about it. So you got, I think it's 10 different colours, kind of funky looking, but the ink in Ink Joys is great. Let me just go to the back of one of these. So mark making with them is a joy. You can get kind of very solidy, beautiful marks with these. I always find the green pens in these. Green in any biro I always struggle with, but these ones are not too bad. And they're just great for adding pops of colour. And they are water resistant, which I'll try and show you in a minute. That's a beautiful blue, actually. I really like that. So just leave that for a minute, and then we'll run some watercolour over the top. So I've just done a light watercolour wash over there. I thought I was filming, but I wasn't. And they still pop through. Really nice for adding little details into drawings. I am, as you can see, a mixed media artist. And I definitely do mixed my media. But I love these, they're handy, sit on the desk. Either these or the bigger full-size versions of these are great. And I've got a few sets of these. So that's those, the Papermate Ink Joy. The other things I have sat on my desk are Indian ink. I've got a great big bottle of that from Jackson's. I use that a lot, so it just kind of sits there. And I can dip my brush in it, dip a twig in it, draw with a stick, whatever you like. It's great. The other thing I have is this highly opaque white ink. Now this was, when I got it, liquid-ish. It's dried up, still works, just add water to it, and it works very nicely for highlights. As does this, which is a PBO acrylic ink. It's a matte acrylic ink. It's acrylic paint, matte acrylic paint, also for highlights, etc., etc. And this is an acrylic ink. This is the Amsterdam Copper. It is a beautiful, beautiful ink to add little details with, or, you know, just to draw with. Look at that shine. It's so beautiful. You can just add that straight with a dropper or add it with a brush or pen, and that will, once it's dried, that will be permanent. It won't be moving anywhere at all. Another thing I'm enjoying, this fluorescent orange acrylic gouache. It's just beaut. Let's see if I can grab some out. Sometimes the top seizes up. Look at that. Who cannot love that? I don't know if the camera's picking up how beautiful that is, but that is beautiful. So again, for pops of colour in things, I am enjoying, I think I've got a yellow and also maybe a pink in this. But the orange one I'm enjoying because I've been working with purple and orange, like a violet and an orange in my Colour Inspirations book. So that's sitting there as well. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this little run through of things that I've been enjoying lately to work in this month. Still trying to get rid of this stupid head cold cough thing. I've had it for about 2 weeks now, and it's just the cough bit that's still remaining. But we're getting there. We're getting there. So I will see you back here very soon with something else. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Show me a thumb. Show me a thumbs. Also, there's a weird glitch going on at the minute. I've been finding that I've not been subscribed to things that I know I'm subscribed to. So if you're having a look next time, have a little check and just check that you're still subscribed, because you know what? I don't know what's going on. There's something very strange. It's not just me that's finding this as well. Quite a few people are finding this too. But it's worth a little check to make sure that you're still subscribed. Anyway, that's enough ramble from me. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I will be, as I said, back here very soon with something else. Bye for now.